So good morning, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us from all over the Americas. Especially hello to our friends from Montreal. I'm here today with Sandrine, the Assistant General Manager for Pine Cay, this beautiful resort, one island, one hotel, and I mean, you have a treasure. So Sandrine, I'll let you go. It's a shorter presentation today, as you're going to use a video to explain us how beautiful Pine Cay is.
Thank you. Well, first, Happy New Year to everyone. And thank you very much, for following us and for all the supports we've had. We had an excellent year end and we hope, much more coming in the future with all of you and your clients.
Mhm.
So let's start. So obviously, my husband and myself, we manage the island and the hotel. Pine Cay, we have real pine trees which are on the island. In fact, they are protected, and it's incredible because when it rains, it really smells, like in the mountain pine trees. So this is the club we call it, which is the public facilities, restaurant, bars of the hotel. It's going a bit too fast. So what you just saw early on was the corridors going to the rooms. So we have on one side of the hotel, we have 13 rooms. They are really 13 suites from, the beachfront suite to the beachfront cottages. And they are all really next to each other on the beach facing the sunset and our beautiful beach. So they have really an amazing location. And what is nice is that there is a separation between each with, a lot of landscaping and, trees, etc. That means that every room is really very private. Even if you take the first category, the junior suites, it is still super private and of course very large. So this is our lovely. We have a team with a mix of course, people from Turks and Caicos, Caribbean, and some Europeans. And we are very lucky because every guest says we are like a family. Everyone, we try to make sure everyone is really here to enjoy what they do and provide the best services to the guests. So these are the gazebos that have next to the restaurant. This is our beach bar, which is obviously open. It's facing sunset right on our prime front, amazing beach. So that's open all day until sunset. And that's where also we do yoga. We have someone from India, which is a power yoga coach, and he's excellent. So it's really power yoga. We've succeeded to convince a lot of guests to try, because when they hear yoga, not everyone is going for that. But when they try, they run after me to tell me that they've just went and that how amazing is it to do all this stretching and cores and I mean it's really what we like on Pine Cay. So it's a holiday, but at the same time it's a rejuvenating holiday. So here we are, and it's complimentary, of course. This is the beach bar I was talking about. Look at the colors. We have like 3 miles of unspoiled beach. This is the pool bar and pool bar restaurant. So it's open every day, all day. We see that's where guests can dine at the restaurant or around the pool. And of course, this is the cocktail area where you also have further away, but still a very nice view of the beach and the sunset. You see, this is the bar side and the restaurants. So you see we have, so we really, it's funny how when guests arrive, we see our room rate includes full board à la carte. And when guests arrive, very often they're going to ask, where they can sit, and we tell them you choose. Do you want to be just the two of you, very romantic, very private? You're here to celebrate something so special. We have little tikis around the pool. Or do you want to make friends? And very often uh, the guests who make friends, with other hotel guests or with homeowners, start to sit next to each other, and they love chatting of what they've done during the day, exchanging ideas and recommendation of things to do. Again, the view. We have a very good chef. The executive chef is French. The rest of the team, it's mix of Caribbean chefs and the Asian chefs. This is where we do a romantic event. Sorry, I will go back. Went a bit too fast. Oop, shoot, what did I do? Okay, sorry, I went a bit too. So this is where we do romantic, we call them romantic beach tiki, or we have the romantic beach dinner. So it's very different. These are events that guests ask, in advance or during their stay if we only do one per evening because it's very special. So the tiki romantic dinner obviously is like you see it. And if they really want something special on the beach, then we do a very, like a very nice big decoration around the table. It's a full setup and guests can book it. It's an experience that they can reserve in advance or once they are here with us, the evening we have nothing organized. We are very happy to celebrate with them. So everyone staying with us, of course, is here to celebrate something. It's incredible. So every day we have decoration and gift, going in the room before the guests arrive because it's our wedding anniversary, honeymoon, birthdays, we only have one restaurant, so we make guests travel, and so we change. We offer different varieties of menus during the week. For example, every Wednesday evening we have a Caribbean buffet style grilled, so guests can choose all Caribbean style, from seafood to meat to obviously the special Caribbean spicy spare ribs, etc. On Thursday evening, we do our management cocktail. So we have all the management with us and we invite our guests for a drink. And so we invite our homeowners so everyone can meet together. And every Thursday, obviously, it's our degustation menu. So the chef is having fun and, works on a very tasty, longer menu of, a lot of different smaller portions so they can try. On Friday evening, sorry, we have Japanese night. No, our chef has lived in Japan for like nearly 20 years, so he has a very nice setup of miso soup, the little brochettes, and sashimis and sushis, based on, of course, the dietary of our clients. If they cannot eat fish or seafood, then we will offer something special, based on what they can eat. And every Saturday we do now mixed grill. So guests choose what they would like, fresh, and then obviously, not cooked. And then we prepare it to their liking. So this is, you see all the little gazebos. This is where guests can choose to have from breakfast, lunch, or dinner. If they don't want to be, they want to be just spending more time together because time is precious. And, sometimes we have couples where one of the person travels a lot and they don't have, unfortunately, much time together. The pool, but we don't use the pool very much, except maybe late afternoon when they finish the beach, because the pool is really, like you saw on the picture, our front pool is really the incredible beach and the sea that we have. What is beautiful is that the beach in front of us is 100% pure sand. There is no seaweed, there's no coral, there's nothing. It's 100% really powder sand. And then we have other sides of the island where for snorkeling and for kayaking, etc., where you have a mix of beach and mangrove. And there it's more, it's a different sand. That's where you find the fish and the the stingrays and the turtles, because that's where they go and find food. So these are the first category of room, the junior suites. You see they have their private entrance. It's a very large room because it's over 900 square feet. And it comes with, you can see on the left, it's a patio. Then you have the bedroom and you have three showers, two outdoor showers and one indoor shower. They all have their private tiki right in front of their room on the beach. So nobody, you don't need to, get up early and then, reserve. It's available and it's booked for your entire stay. This is the outdoor shower. So you see, everyone has their private tikis, and that's what a lot of guests enjoy. You can leave things, you can even forget something at night. Nothing will disappear. It's a private island, and nobody is allowed to come in except if they were invited by a hotel guest or homeowners. These are the two cottages. So it's a standalone cottage, so more like 1,000 square feet. And they come with day bed outside, a small table if they wanted some room service, and a hammock. And they come with the golf cart as well. The other room can rent the golf cart for 1 hour, half day, full day. I have guests who ask for the week, and I offer, like the rental car, I do a very special rates if they want it for a few days, obviously. So you see our beautiful beach. Our linens come from France. Okay, I don't have the. Okay. I got scared that my presentation was going to be cut. Okay, so these, just to explain, these are obviously our new product, which has been selling extremely well. We're very pleased as it's brand new. It's really one step up for Pine Cay, something we didn't have before. There we have two one-bedroom suite with a private pool. So this is the entrance. You can see the window that you can see. It's the private lounge, and on the right it would be the bedroom and the bathroom. And then you see at the behind, we have an inside garden with a bathtub and a shower. And then on the totally right side, this is where we park the car. So it comes with a golf cart as well, and it's totally solar. So there you can see very well the bedroom on the left and the lounge on the right. Obviously, it comes with these two beautiful lounge beds and, of course, a very nice swimming pool. They also have an umbrella and two loungers on the beach to be closer to the water when they want to swim. This comes obviously with a villa host, I call it. So, we have someone who provides full service, but it's not, I don't call it butler because it's not day and night. The person works, from breakfast time where she can, obviously delivers when guests request, they would prefer to have their breakfast on the terrace. Then we set up a special table and then she would organize and pre-arrange for them and deliver it. It comes with an open bar on arrival. And then, of course, she's there all day. They have the WhatsApp until turned on to help them with services. It is very nicely decorated. We've used some beautiful Italian furnitures. You see, and we have added a TV. So really, just to explain, Pine Cay was always no shoes, no news, understated luxury, barefoot. A lot of our regular guests, repeat guests or homeowners, they love to, as soon as they arrive, the first thing we do is we put the bags and the wallets, etc., in a safe. And then because we don't use money on Pine Cay, and then they can people can just forget everything, the real life, and they can just enjoy paradise. And so that's what we wanted here with this product. Something, obviously we have guests who want something more, a bit more luxurious, but keeping that understated, luxury, and that's what we succeeded to achieve, which is wonderful. You see the dunes, it's very, we've kept everything very intact. So this is the inside bathroom, and then the outdoor patio with the bathtub, and there's a shower. So we have one tennis court. I was just talking with clients about pickleball. They said, don't go too far. I said, it would be nice that if we could build a pickleball court, next. And they were telling me apparently it's not as popular, or it's not going to be as popular as it used to be. They told me things are changing. This is Hemant, our power yoga teacher. He's an excellent coach, and we really enjoy working with him. I do it at early morning before the guest. So we have a complimentary lesson at 8 in the morning for our guests. And if they want a private class, of course, it's totally possible. Can even be done in their room if they wanted. There will be an extra fee, of course, for that. We have a small gym of, some guests would like to exercise during the vacation, but we always say, enjoy the outdoor, because you can walk for miles on our beautiful beach. Our island is 900 acres, but we're very lucky because it's all dry land. So compared to other island next to us, they are maybe slightly bigger, but they have a lot of wetland. Here it's beautiful. We have so many roads, all made of sand, and they can just obviously explore. We provide bicycles. The ones who have the golf cart can drive, and you can run or do very nice early or sunset walks. This is the spa. We have a spa with two cabins. So we have one therapist manager. She's the spa manager. She's full-time. She's from China. She's excellent. She's full-time with us during the whole season. And then we have a lady from Bali who comes to help us on request when we know ahead of time that we have a couple massage or a lot of booking requests. We use Ila, which is an organic brand from UK. I mean, that was more for the pictures because, we do the massage. We could do it outside of their room if they wanted to, but most of our guests enjoy to be secluded, and, they they usually fall asleep during their massage because they enjoy it so much. So this is something very special. It's funny because our homeowners were I always say they were visionaries. Pine Cay was developed first in the 70s, but at that time it was not a hotel. It was more rooms for friends and family, and they never thought it would become a hotel one day. And it's only since COVID that they decided to take a different direction and become a relais chateau, and renovate all the rooms and become really a barefoot luxury small resort. So this, for example, projects, the Reef Ball was done, I would say, over 10 years ago now. So a lot of things have been growing on these concrete balls, which were done to protect the coast after a big hurricane at that time, and also to add, of course, some coral and some for snorkeling on this side, which is the right side of the island. And obviously now it's wonderful because we have very often you can see turtle or a lot of fish, obviously, because there's a lot of food now which has been growing on the reef ball, and sometimes stingray. So and what is wonderful is that guests can just access from the beach. Of course, we always tell them to go at low tide, so they are closer for swimming to the reef ball, but it's a very nice activity to do for them. Every room has the snorkeling equipment for men and for women. Um, so of course we have so this is very special. These are channels that we have in the mangrove. Obviously, it's called the mangrove tour because sometimes it can take up to 2 hours to go inside. We have to go at high tide, but it's beautiful because, like, I just have a homeowner who told me he spotted, like baby turtles. I just saw a big family of dolphins nearby. Now is the time where all the babies will start to come, and obviously animals, all these um, fish, etc. They all come closer to the reef, closer to the shore, because that's where they will protect their babies, teach them whatever they need to be taught. So now it's becoming really the great season from now until the summer, where you can experience to see a lot of different things inside the mangrove. So I really recommend it. They can be booked at the so just to explain, our room rate includes the snorkeling, that's complimentary, and we can take up to 14% per day. So every day the guests can just, well, I mean, the night before, obviously, they would register at the front desk, or we have an app, a Pine Cay app that guests are given access when they arrive. And so they can choose the activities they would like. We have a concierge who usually make a recommendation, also based on the sea conditions, the weather, etc. And so what we do is we do the snorkeling on the boat to the barrier reef, which is complimentary. It's usually from Monday to Saturday. Sunday, we do not do the boat, but instead we offer guests if they would like to do, small few people together, and we offer them the mangrove tour. If they want it at a specific time during another day of the week, then it becomes a private tour and there is a small fee to join. And I've had the guests this week who really enjoyed it. And I think it's something amazing that I haven't seen in many places in the Caribbean. This is what we call the aquarium. So it's the end of the island, and that's where we keep that's where we start to do the mangrove tour, but that's also where we keep a lot of our kayaks and the paddleboard. We have some on the front beach, but this is on the Caicos banks, so it's more shallow water. And you see, we even have a small table you can see on the rocks. Guests can come and they can book. It's part of our experiences, private experience, sunrise breakfast. That's something which is also beautiful. That's where the sun comes. And in the morning, right now, we have amazing sunrises with beautiful colors. This is our front, hotel front beach. You can see it's more for swimming. So these are the sandbanks. So we see there are at least two big ones. One is really now attached to us, which is wonderful because sometimes we had guests who were trying to. There was a channel and they were trying to at low tide walk, and it could become dangerous with boats who could also pass. Now, since the last year, since yes, last January, the sand has moved and now it's accessible directly from our beach. So our hotel guests, they really enjoy to go like early morning or for sunset and take some amazing pictures. And this, you can see, it's our snorkeling boat, which sometime will stop there to help guests to look for sand dollars when they finish their snorkeling trip. So again, our front beach, the bicycles that we provide. We have a lot of guests who ask for picnics. So as we have few places around the island, we even have a small island where with a bridge where they can just go and escape. There is one tiki, and so every room has a cool box. So when the guests decide they would like to go for a picnic, they usually bring us the cool box the night before. They choose their menu, and then it's ready for them to go and explore. So you saw our boat. So We have a private taxi or and private boat to come to Pine Cay. So usually the taxi is 15 minutes and the boat is 15 minutes. We can do a shared taxi and boat. So what we try to do is when we have guests arriving at really very close time to each other, obviously it's much cheaper. The rate is 190 US return per person. That includes the taxi and the boat on a shared basis. It's usually not more than two or maybe three couples if really they are arriving close to each other. The other option is obviously we can fly. So we cannot fly commercial to Pine Cay on small jets. If the plane belongs to the owner, then he could. We've had small plane coming to Pine Cay, but they still need to. We do not have a full immigration. So very often what they would do is they would land in Providenciales, quickly go to the FBO to do the paperwork, and then come to Pine Cay. We have a space where the small planes can be kept. Otherwise, we work with this company, Caicos Express Airways. They do on request. It's unfortunately became quite expensive. When I came 4 years ago, it was about 600 or one way, for they used to tell me six people, but it's really four plus the luggage. But now and it became it's more like 1,800 one way for the plane. But if you have obviously four people arriving together, and in 5 minutes they would like to be able to jump in the sea, I have guests who go for it. Otherwise, we have the other options, which is also very comfortable because we are lucky to come to Pine Cay. Our boats are able to go on both sides. So if the front side of the hotel was a little bit choppy because of the weather conditions, we go on the banks at the back, and where it's shallow water, but it's always flat. So the boat ride is always extremely very good, because I have guests who sometimes are worried of being seasick. It cannot happen here. You see, this is our boat. And then, of course, the stargazing is amazing. On Pine Cay, we are very lucky. As we are very small, we do not have too much lights, over the island, except the few houses occupied and the hotel. So that means we have beautiful skies. Obviously, this is just to give more information on how to reach. I have a lot of guests who are so happy with the Charlotte, the Atlanta flights. We have guests, recently from Texas, from California even. I hope in the future we'll have even a better connection. And of course, now we have few Canadians with us, which is wonderful. And that's it. So,
Mhm. Thank you very much, Sandrine. So actually, your video worked perfectly. Huh? And
yes, because I could
voilà.
stop it.
Yes, yes, yes. I was afraid. I said 6 minutes. I would be a bit too short, huh? But I think thank you for showing us how beautiful, special, and unique your island is. I can tell you, everyone, the color of the water is exactly the same that you can see on the picture. There is no no touch up. It's blue, blue, blue like it is, huh? The food is amazing. Sandrine, I thought the fact that the chef has so much variety of menu and food, I thought that was very enjoyable. And then if you're vegan, vegetarian, you're going to find always something. So I think I also like the fact that you said it feel like a family, because I do feel that. We did few farm trips and everybody was feeling the same, huh? That your staff feels, they feel that's their hotel actually. Huh? So
Yes,
they
yes.
don't feel like they're working there. You're at their hotel. So it's a very nice and unusual feel to it. I also love the proximity, how easy it is. I went by boat, but the 20 minutes is a breeze. So it makes you resort the closest to be reached from
Mhm.
Providenciales, huh? Which is not always the
Yes.
case if you compare with other resorts. And then the connection. So I think I can tell you, I think I mentioned it when I was there. After dinner, we hang out. I go back to my room, usually everywhere in the world. I check my email in case one of you needs me. And I'm like, I don't feel like it. What did Pine Cay did to me? I could not my email at night. So that's what I'm gonna remember from Pine Cay, you know? When you said you disconnect, you really disconnect. And it's
Oh,
so
yes.
beautiful and another thing you mentioned that you can leave anything at night. I remember you said, Dominique, you can walk around for 2, 3 hours, leave your computer on the beach. I'm like, I can't leave my computer on the beach, but if you tell me I can, it's gonna not disappear. So I don't know if anybody here today could tell in their mind, do they think about another property where you could leave your phone, your computer, anything on the beach or overnight and it will still be there? I don't know any. So that
And
makes your
also,
place very, very special.
And also I mean, sometimes we have guests like first timers because we're very lucky to a lot of our first timers now, even when they say goodbye, they say we're coming back.
Yeah.
Of course, we always recommend to book through you because obviously you are the one who recommended them. But we are very happy. And when you first come, they say, "Where is the room key?" Ah, no, I mean, of course, we have keys if someone really wants, but no, we do not
I
use
remember.
room key. The
No room
doors are open.
key. I forgot to say that. No room key as well. Wow.
Of
Yeah.
course, you lock yourself at night. Of course, you
Yes.
would,
Yes.
to sleep
From the inside.
100%. It's more to make sure that nobody, that the another guest is not, did not drink a bit too much and made a mistake with the room number.
Yeah. Oh no, but very, very special. I can't. And also the size, because you only have 15 one-bedroom basically unit. So for a buyout, it's extraordinary, you know? So when people want to do, a weddings, a birthday party, I mean, it's fantastic. So we have few questions. Laura said, are the beach bag for the guests in the room or only for them where they use, or can they keep the bags?
No, no, of course they can keep the bags. Every hotel guest receives, a beach bag, two very nice water bottle because
Bottle. Mhm.
so we only include the à la carte full board, and then of course every day we have two large bottle of water, sparkling and still, offered to the guests. So housekeeping brings them to the room every day to drink at night,
Mhm.
and we welcome the guests with a few soft drinks in the rooms. And then we have obviously at the both bars, the pool bar and the beach bar, we offer water all day. We have like a water fountain every day. We put like maybe some herbs to give a taste, to a nice flavor to the water, like fruit, cut fruit. So and this is replenished all day, so that's why we provide the water bottles, so then guests can just go and refill their water. But I was explaining to our guests also that since last year we have now an RO plant for the hotel. So that means if really they have no more water, and at night, they could even use the water from the sink because it's pure water that we have all over the resort.
Mhm. Laura, you're also asking, does all inclusive include drinks? So you mention it, except the alcohol, huh? Sandrine?
Exactly. So
Voilà.
in low season, which is from May to July, we always close for 3 months because we're so small. We cannot do any fixing during when it's occupied. Any little noise becomes a noise, as we have no noise on Pine Cay. It's really no cars, just electrical golf carts. So obviously we close usually mid-July, and then we reopen for the 22nd of October for um, Halloween, etc., because we know that's when the guests will start to travel. And but yes, it's no noise. In fact, that's also something that our guests sometimes find it so strange. I mean, it happened to me when I arrived. That silence, which is beautiful, that you get used to very quickly, because it's like we always say, something you don't find nearly anywhere in the world anymore. The
Mhm.
fact that there's no noise.
Yeah. Sheila, you want to know oh no, actually, Laura, you were asking about the gratuity as well.
So the way it works is that it's compulsory in Turks and Caicos, a 10% service charge, and then we always explain to our guests, do not tip every day. I mean, our staff are already very lucky. The 10% is 100% shared between all the staff, doesn't matter where you work, and that's, by law at the end of each month. And if you want to like really say thank you to the whole team because they've been amazing, or specific individuals who were out of their way, then we always say at the when you check out, or you can add something on your credit card, which our accounting will then forward to the specific staff or to everyone. Or you can give me, if you had brought some cash, I take, the envelope, because our front desk do not handle any cash money at all. And then I organize with our accounting to pay our staff. And but what we're trying to do is that our team is not fighting to help which client. Everyone is a VIP, and and I've seen that in so many hotels. To the more tips you are able to give, the more service you would get, and that's not what we want to achieve here.
Mhm.
And it's working very well.
Thank you. So, Sheena, you want to know what's the best length of stay to enjoy the relaxation, but not to get bored?
Well, most guests stay usually 6 days.
Mhm,
That's the average stay.
mhm.
The one who come for, obviously, I have also guests who do a mixed stay, and I always recommend, if you know your guests, they love to go shopping, party, or I always say do, like 2 nights in Providenciales, if they have, of course, the length of stay that is possible, and do like at least 3 nights with us, because there is so much to do, so different activities. And what is wonderful is they are, it's included, it's there to be used. When I see so many guests in Providencial, they pay a fortune to go on the boat, to be able to just take a picture on the sandbar, which is now attached to us. And I always tell our clients, we're so lucky it's there,
Yeah.
for us to enjoy.
Mhm. So, Diana, you have a question. Are children welcome?
So, not in high season, which is really January to March, under 12 at the hotel. We are becoming now more flexible because I've had so many requests, and so we've decided now we have for the coming low season, started from really, I mean, it's official from May, but started from April because I have requests for families. So I have communicating rooms, which is number 11 and 12. They communicate by the inside patio. And so now these two rooms will have a sofa bed. So in low season, we're able to accommodate one or maximum, really, if they are little, to two children. And then what we will also do is that if we have a family with, even also with the baby, then we could add a sofa bed in the cottage. The cottages, not the one with the pool, because for security reasons, we prefer to have older families.
All
But
right.
for the last two, Sandoler and Seabiscuits, because there is space to add a sofa bed there. And so for families of three, for example, that would work very well.
Okay. Odi, you're asking, do you have room to accommodate family, especially two adults and two children? So you said you have two who connect, but of course the cottages, because you have two one-bedroom cottages next to each other, huh? Two one-bedroom houses next to each other. People can use these two accommodation for family, huh? I would say as
Yes, and
huh, for
and
large.
also in low season, we decided that from May to July, and of course in November, early December, we decided that we would do a special, we call it a family room. So these two connecting rooms, 11 and 12, we, instead of buying a one room plus one room, in low season we're doing a special price, and it's cheaper than doing one plus one. And that's why we call it the family suite.
Huh? But your room or your suites and cottage are big enough to have a couple in the bed and then two kids maybe in a sofa bed, huh? Correct?
Two young ones,
Two
yes.
young ones, huh? All right. So, Sheena, so you already asked what's the length of time. Claudia say good. Lola say gorgeous. See you soon. What is the maximum occupancy for a buyout? Lola is asking.
I believe with the, I think we are nearly at 60, in fact, with the, so we have five rental homes. I call them private homes. They are 3 to 4 bedrooms. And so it's, for example, just now for New Year, we had a family of 14. And, so we had the parents in the hotel, and we had, because they were teenagers, they were older, enough to be able to be in the house. So we had 8 of them in one house, and it worked out. And of course they took the meal plan for the all the young generation in the house, and it comes with the golf carts, so they took all their meals together. But of course they were happy to have a little bit of their own privacy, the young crowd, and really enjoyed. So this is something which is very easy to mix, between the hotel rooms and the private homes.
Huh?
You can
But
see them on the,
yeah, for the buyout of the hotel, we have 15 rooms, so it will be maybe 30 adults. And then because you have adding sofa beds, how many children or additional person could you have for the buyout of the hotel only?
if we had only, so it would be, then we could do, if they are very young children, it would be 2, 4. So we could do probably maximum 6 for the hotel.
Six per, what do you mean?
No, 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 it would be 2. So it's 3 rooms where we would have a sofa bed where we could welcome them.
Okay, so basically six additional, so you're basically at 36 guests, huh? Voilà.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, I see. Thank you for so much, say, Sud, for the presentation. Voilà, I think we've seen Lola said gorgeous, good point. I see we had someone from UK coming to join us, from Atlanta, from Rhode Island. Voilà. And Laura said, thank you, it's been very informative. I think we have answered everything. The best lines of terms. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Mille merci. All right, so I think we've seen, I've seen all the messages. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Sandrine will be sending you
Well,
the recording and the presentation. And then don't hesitate. You know also that we offer special commission when you book through our office. And then we also have special amenities. So we take care of you. And I can be sure going there is like, yeah, between family and friends, your clients are going to love it. And it's so close to, it's not too far, except maybe when you're from the clients from UK, it's a little further away. But I think from the Americas, it's definitely a good choice. I know. And
and
very safe,
sorry,
very safe.
I I just wanted to add that so we have last minute availability for one of the new beach house with pool. So in January. So if you
Oh,
have anyone looking for last minute, I mean it has been a lot of last minute recently. That's
yeah.
why I mentioned it. Guests suddenly deciding to do a special trip. So it is available, and please do not hesitate to contact us or Dominique.
Okay. Voilà. Well, thank you very much. We went a little bit above the 30 minutes, but hope everyone enjoyed it. I see Bobby said Happy New Year. Hello, Sandrine. So, yes,
Thank you.
everyone,
Happy New Year.
I hope we're going to have a wonderful 2026 all together. And we'll see you on another webinar. Huh? Thank you. And thank you, Sandrine.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Thanks a
Bye.
lot. Bye bye.